Hello, my dear fourth graders. This is Miss Maral here. How are you today? How are you doing at home? As you see, I am at home like all of you. And today we are going to do our art lesson from home. And we're going to learn about Zentangle. We started to learn about it while we're at school. And we're going to carry on and practice it a little bit more for our underwater project. And it's all about relaxing and enjoying. So we're going to need a sketchbook, a piece of paper, whatever you have at home is okay. We're going to need a pencil, any kind of pencil is fine, and we're going to have a ruler. And of course, if you have colored pencils, you can use them. If you have markers, you can use a black marker. And of course, you have erasers. You're going to look for erasers. But today, we're not going to use eraser. We're going to allow us to make mistakes. So these are all the materials we need for today. Let's start with a white piece of paper and grab your pencil, or it can be a marker, a pen, anything you have at home is fine. But I prefer pencil. I'm going to start with a pencil. So now what I want you to do is drawing some lines to warm up. I'm going to start with the curved line, and the next I'm doing a zigzag line. Guys, don't forget there is no right or wrong in Zentangle, so it can be any kind of lines for practicing, for warming up. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just accept your mistakes, because in art, we only learn when we make mistakes. So for today's project, just try different kinds of lines, like I'm doing. It can be long, straight lines. They can be short, curved lines. You can do curly lines, like a curly hair. You can do the other way, the opposite way, like the mirror image of these curly lines. You can also practice some dots. The dots are growing bigger, so you can make them look like they're getting bigger, they're getting closer. You can draw a straight line with dots. And can just let yourself draw freely. So it can be just listening your inner self and draw random lines to free your hand, to warm up a little bit more. It can be bigger, it can be smaller. Just random quick lines, random slow and more controlled lines. And you can just draw on your lines like this. Well, what you can do better is you can open some music, and while listening that music, close your eyes and try to draw lines with the rhythm. Alright, if you feel like it's enough warming up, you can just have a new piece of paper. And you're gonna need a ruler now. For start, I want you to draw a vertical line in the middle of your paper and a second line horizontally in the middle of paper again, like a big cross sign in the middle of your paper. This will divide your paper 4 equal pieces. Now we're gonna draw 2 diagonal lines, like a big X. It's gonna look like a big X in the middle of your paper. And now we have 8 equal spaces. If you need more space, you can divide it more like this. You can just draw more lines if you need, if you have more ideas, more patterns you have in your mind. If you need more spaces, you can just divide it for more areas. All right, what I want you to do, just create some patterns for each single space we created. I'm going to start with the simple one with the curved line. Just make yourself comfortable. If you don't feel like comfortable enough drawing that way, you can just flip your page, turn your page, and find a more comfortable spot for your hand. So what I'm doing here, I'm just repeating the same line over and over again to create a pattern. Draw until you're happy. Repeat your lines until you're happy with it look. I'm just gonna fill my area with these curvy lines. I think I'm done. Oh no, I feel like it needs one more right here. One more curvy line right here. Alright, I'm happy how it looks. I think I'm going to color some of them. You can use color with Zentangle patterns. I'm using black and white here. It's very common to use black color in Zentangle, but you don't have to use black. If you have any other color at home, you can use it as well. I'm about to finish coloring. I just created a pattern with coloring as well. You see, black, white, black, white. Alright, I'm done with this area. I'm gonna carry on and do a second area. Here, I start with lines from all the corners. Don't forget to create a pattern, guys. So what I created here, 2 lines close to each other and a space between them. Close lines and space between them. Just like this, and it gets smaller and smaller when they go close each other. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a third one with some dots. I'm just gonna put some dots next to each other, create a line with dots, and fill all this area with dots. Don't forget, guys, this is all about enjoying, all about relaxing yourself. You don't have to do the same. Just find a way for yourself to create Zentangle patterns. So I decided to connect my dots with some short lines, and it is also going to create a pattern here. Right, I'm not going to finish it all. I'm gonna leave it for your imagination. Your imagination can finish this area for me. That's enough. Okay, the next one. Okay, for this next one, I want to draw something bigger. I will use some curly lines here and use it very, very big and very close to each other. And it also creates a pattern, guys. These space between them, these little shapes, create a pattern. You can color some areas of it if you want, but I prefer to leave it like this. Okay, let's go for the next one. I think I'm not going to use black anymore. I'm gonna go with a pencil and just draw some random quick lines and fill this area with my lines. Just listen your inner self, listen the music inside of you, and just draw random lines. And I am also going to color some areas of it. Again, I'm not going to color it all. I'm leaving the rest for your imagination. Just a few areas enough for this example. That's it. I'm done with this too. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my ruler a little bit and show you what can we create with ruler. For this ruler, I'm just going to draw parallel lines to each other. Here you see I'm using a green marker. You can also use different colors. And next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw more lines parallel to the other edge of my triangle. Yeah. Guys, these are just ideas for you. What I expect from you is creating your own Zentangle patterns. You can color some of the areas like this. Again, I'm not finishing it. I'm going to leave it like this, and you can finish it in your imagination. All right, the last one I'm going to create. Okay, it's gonna be in here. I'm gonna draw some curved lines. I'm gonna do something similar to the one I already did, but with a changed dimension. Wonder how? You will see. Okay, just like this. So the lines always doesn't have to be straight. Again, I'm coloring some of the areas with black. I'm creating a pattern with black and white. You can create color patterns with other colors too. It doesn't have to be black. Like this. Alright guys, you can finish the rest. I want you to finish all these areas. Do Zentangle by yourself. Thanks for watching this video. I know that you're a fantastic artist. You're gonna create the most beautiful Zentangle patterns ever. Thank you for watching guys, and see you next week. Bye guys.